Namaskar. This is the General Overseas Service of All India Radio, welcoming listeners in West Europe and the United Kingdom, Australia and New Zealand. Listeners in West Europe and the United Kingdom hear us on 7,550 kHz and 9,445 kHz. For listeners in Australia and New Zealand, this service is available on 9,910 kHz, 11,620 kHz and 11,740 kHz on DRM mode on the frequency 7,550 kHz. You can also tune in to our website www.airworldservice.org/English.
Education is the master and politics is its servant. It is necessary to combine power with morality, science and technology, says Zakir Hussain.
This is the General Overseas Service of All India Radio, and before we begin the transmission, let us take a look at the programs. We'll begin with the press review at 20:50 hours UTC, followed by devotional music at 20:55 hours UTC. In today's devotional music program, we bring you Shabad by kHz Singh Sodhi and Party. The news bulletins can be heard at 2100 hours UTC and 2200 hours UTC. The day's commentary will be aired at 2105 hours UTC. Tune in at 2120 hours UTC for our special program Light Camera Action on the film Jis Desh Mein Ganga Behti Hai. The script and presentation by Padmini Jain, production by Sanjila Kaul and assistance in production by Savita Khera. Tune in at 2210 hours UTC for the program Science Scan, featuring the second innings, A New Lease of Life, India in the Field of Innovation in Medicine. The script by Vandani Rathi Ramani, produced by Monica Gulati with assistance in production by Kumar Gaurav. In today's music collection, we bring you light music and film music. Listen to songs from the film Sholay starting 2140 hours UTC. We would like to inform our listeners that this transmission will close down at 2230 hours UTC.
The Central Overseas Service of All India Radio wants to hear from you. Log on to our all-new website www.airworldservice.org to listen to our programs. Submit your comments and feedback and access our previous broadcasts to listeners across the world.
Be the first to feature on our website with your comments and suggestions. Email us at dosesdair@gmail.com.
Tune into our live streaming on airworldservice.org.
Connect with us on our page, facebook.com/air.gus.
Follow us on Twitter at the rate AIR World Service.
Our motto:
For the happiness of the many, for the welfare of the many.
This is the General Overseas Service of All India Radio. Stay tuned now for the press review, the script by Padam Singh.
Indian dailies have commented that Boris Johnson has romped to victory in the Conservative Party leadership race, securing a large majority by promising to deliver Brexit this year. Indian print media have said Trump must focus on Afghanistan and not fall for Pakistan's Kashmir ploy. Dailies have also discussed the upcoming Indian cricket tour of the West Indies. The Economic Times in an editorial, Boris Johnson does not bring stability, right? Eurosceptic Boris Johnson has won the Conservative Party polls, defeating his closest rival by a 2-1 margin to succeed Theresa May as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Johnson will assume office at a time when the UK is in the midst of its most complex political crisis since the end of World War II. Crisis to which Johnson contributed as the public face of Brexit. The new Conservative Party leader has promised to exit the European Union with or without a deal by 31st October deadline. With just about 100 days to deliver his promise of a do-or-die Brexit, Johnson is unlikely to have an easy ride. At the top of Johnson's Brexit agenda is the Irish backstop, a hard border with checkpoints and security guards between the Republic of Ireland, a part of the EU, and Northern Ireland, a part of the UK that wants to exit the EU. The EU has said it will not renegotiate the deal it worked out with Theresa May, but pushing through a deal through Parliament may prove to be difficult. This would give the anti-Brexit Democratic Unionist Party, DUP, of Northern Ireland supporting the Tories' additional bargaining strength. The Times of India in an editorial, Mediation Kerfuffle, says U.S. President Donald Trump seemingly executed a 180-degree turn from calling out Pakistan for offering nothing but lies and deceit in exchange for billions of dollars of American aid to that hallucinatory moment at a White House press conference ahead of talks with visiting Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan when he claimed Pakistani cooperation on Afghanistan as he prepares to pull U.S. troops out, and to that end, he has lined up some carrots. The Hindu in an editorial Caribbean cruise opines, in the past, a tour of the West Indies was deemed the toughest endeavor for any cricketer. Reputations were either enhanced or lost, and fractures seemed imminent in the battles against the very fast bowlers, while the crowds requested the perfume ball and euphemism for a nasty bouncer. But times change, and the inherent quality of the Caribbean squads has declined so much that a sporting visit to the Isles with their sunny leaders is seen as an exercise towards etching triumphs, fattening batting averages, and multiplying bowling yields. With this as the backdrop, India will fly halfway across the earth for a set of 3 2020s. Interestingly, 2 of them are being hosted in the United States of America, 3 ODIs and 2 tests against the West Indies from August 3rd to September 3rd. India will be the favorites across the 3 formats, though in limited overs games, where the abridged nature of the sport tends to iron out the flaws. The host might fancy its chances. The tour, coming as it does close on the heels of the World Cup in England, presents an opportunity for India to look ahead, make a few changes in personnel, and prepare for the future.
And that was the day's press review, scripted by Padam Singh and read by Maria Albina. This is the General Overseas Service of All India Radio. Up next is our program Devotional Music. Listen to Shabad by Harshit Singh Sodhi and Posse.
फिर भगवान को वेद न पाया बता दो अपनी जुबानी हम जोड़ लेंगे आगे कहानी ये चलती को चैन तूने दिया, मेरे बेचैन दिल को चैन तूने दिया। शुक्रिया शुक्रिया ओ शुक्रिया शुक्रिया, वो तेरा एहसान है जो प्यार तूने किया, तेरा एहसान है प्यार तूने किया। शुक्रिया